Hi, I'm Chelsea, co-owner of Fourth Cone Restoration. Today we're going to talk about what every collector should know, how to properly store your vintage posters, and how it ties into conservation and restoration. Good storage isn't just about organization. It directly affects how your poster ages over the next 10, 20, or even 50 years. Vintage posters were created as functional display pieces, not long-term collectibles. Because of that, the paper and inks were never meant to withstand decades of environmental exposure. Proper storage becomes essential for slowing natural aging and protecting the artwork from fading, brittleness, discoloration, or even warping. Ideally, you want to keep posters stored in a cool, dry, stable environment, with temperatures ranging between 65 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 to 22 degrees Celsius, and humidity should stay within 30 to 50%. What you want to avoid is extreme humidity fluctuations. Paper expands and contracts with changes in temperature and moisture, which can lead to surface distortions like waviness, buckling, and weakened paper fibers. Light is one of the biggest threats to posters. When displaying a poster, avoid direct sunlight. Use UV filtering acrylic or glass, and keep overall light levels low. When storing a poster, darkness is best. Even small amounts of continuous light exposure can cause pigments to fade that can't be reversed. The materials surrounding your poster matter just as much as the environment. A few things to look for are archival, chemically stable boxes and boards, meaning materials that are acid-free, lignin-free, and made from fibers that won't off-gas or break down over time. Buffered or unbuffered tissue, depending on the sensitivity of the inks. Plastic sleeves made of polyester or polypropylene, both of which are safe and stable for long-term storage. A few things to avoid are PVC plastics, unknown office supply materials, rubber bands, pressure-sensitive tapes like masking tape and scotch tape, and newsprint. Poor quality storage materials can cause staining, acidity migration, brittleness, and fading over time. Storing posters flat is the safest method for long-term preservation, especially if they are not linen-backed. Metal flat files, archival boxes, or rigid folders are great options as long as they're slightly larger than the poster. For additional protection, use acid-free drawer liners and interleave sheets of buffered or unbuffered tissue. Buffered tissue is best for posters because it helps neutralize acids and protect paper made from wood pulp. Unbuffered tissue is safe for posters with sensitive or unknown inks, like early dyes, glossy coatings, photographic processes, or anything that might react to alkalinity. Use rolled storage only for posters that are structurally sound or for pieces that have been linen-backed. When rolling, use a wide diameter archival tube, 4 to 5 inches or wider. Conservation focuses on slowing or reversing deterioration, cleaning, stabilizing, and reinforcing the poster so it remains safe to handle, store, or display. Restoration addresses the visual appearance by repairing tears, adding missing paper and color, while preserving the integrity of the original artwork. And now that we've covered storage and basic care, let's talk about a common conservation treatment for posters: linen backing. And to show you exactly how it works, we'll walk through an example next. We are going to start by relining the poster. When the poster does not have adequate support, fold lines, tears, creases, holes can all reemerge when the poster is frequently rolled and unrolled. To make sure our work holds up, we are going to linen back the poster. This will also provide proper support for the restoration to be performed more seamlessly. The front and back of the poster is saturated with water. A mild detergent is then added. This will help relax the paper fibers and separate the old tissue backing. This process is incredibly time-consuming, and to avoid the poster soaking for too long, I bring in an extra pair of hands to assist. With the old backing removed and the poster cleaned, I decide to perform a mild bleaching treatment to remove the acid discoloration that's visible around the border. The poster is now ready to be linen backed. A fully reversible acid-free adhesive is applied to the back side. The poster is then mounted to a stretched canvas frame that is lined with acid-free paper. Melissa now preps the poster for restoration. Various techniques are performed to flatten fold lines, creases, and tears. A filler compound is added to holes and uneven areas along the surface of the poster. This part of the process is incredibly important as it will allow the restoration to be performed as seamlessly as possible. Patches and restoration need to be flush with the surface of the poster so that the restoration does not stand out or reflect light differently than the poster's surface. Melissa will now use various mediums, including watercolor and colored pencils, to fill in the missing pigment. The poster is then cut down from the frame, and a 1-inch linen margin is trimmed around the edges of the poster for handling purposes. Proper storage is a simple and effective way to protect your posters. And when a piece needs more than storage, whether for stability or appearance, professional conservation and restoration services can extend its life for decades to come.